Okay, guys. Okay. It's time to go back 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years in the world of film. This week, these were the films that were released by the years I just stated.
Yes, in all first week of August 2013. AJ, it's a favorite. Snowpiercer.
Wow. I mean, this is a funny one for me because, again, how late I was able to, when I saw this film, but what a goodie. What a goodie. Like, it's one of those, if you don't know, get to know. Yeah, great film.
Yeah, it's. I think I saw this 2 or 3 years after it came out. I remember I was still living in Thailand when word of this started going crazy on the online movie sphere. Like everyone's talking about the Snowpiercer movie. What is this? Then I watched it and it was like, okay, wow, that is one of the coolest sci-fi movies I've seen in years. What an epic film. It's one that I feel has gone under a lot of people's radar. They've actually got a Netflix Snowpiercer show now, which I think people are even more familiar with than the movie. But in terms of a rating, I cannot stress enough. This gets not just one thumbs up, this gets a double thumbs up from me. This is an absolute must watch if you have not seen it before. Where would you rate it?
Yeah, no, it's a great film. I was really taken in by it. It's a post-apocalyptic world, and where we talk about living on different classes in life, we've got upper class, middle class, working class. This is portrayed in this film via carriages on a train. So the further up you go, the classier life gets, the bougier it gets. It's so amazing, and it's those at the very back of the train fighting to get there to get equal opportunity. Absolutely mad. Great film, great experience. Can't recommend it enough.
Rating?
Oh yeah, no, I'll give it two. I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Definitely worth a watch.
20 years old, AJ, released the 1st of August 2003. Genuinely, I'm going to make a prediction here. Genuinely, of every movie that we've ever covered on TBT, in both this iteration and the old one, I don't think there's going to be a movie coming up that's going to hurt you and me more. This is going to sting us, brother. This is part 3, and it's 20 years old. Part 3 in a franchise that we hold oh so near and dear to us. AJ, 20 years old is American Pie the Wedding.
I'm not gonna lie, a tear nearly dropped. I'm not going to lie, a tear nearly dropped. Oh, is it the greatest of the trilogy? No. Actually, Wedding was fun. It was Reunion that was a bit weak.
Oh, I loved Reunion. I thought it was great.
It has its moments. Which one is it where Stifler's the teacher? Reunion, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. One of the things that really hurts me in looking at this, obviously, the boys, as we'll call them for this, are a generation above us. They were just there. But it's still something that mirrors who we are. And it, as I say, Toy Story gives us a journey. American Pie also gives us a journey that I feel we can relate to because you feel the progression as you do with them. And to feel that that part of the generation is where it's at really makes me feel old. Because as much as it's like they're getting married, and for better or worse, the only person I know got married 2 years ago. It's not that bad, but it's still, oh my God, oldness. Like where are they now if they had got married then? Yeah, I just feel, I feel old. I feel old talking about it being 20 years old. It doesn't feel right. And it also hurts me that I feel that because of the way the world is a bit sensitive now, American Pie doesn't have a place in the world. This is the thing. However, because it's a journey, because it's my journey, because it's our journey, and if you're tuned into the show and you have been subscribing and following, then you will understand that this film is definitely a 2 thumbs up because it's our journey. Irrelevant of how much you appreciate the film, 1 and 2 will always be the standouts of the collection, because there are straight to DVDs in this world as well. And there was a female version that yeah, there are many things that can go on. However, it's a 2 thumbs up because it's part of my journey. That is always going to be near and dear to my heart.
Dude, it's you've summed up a little bit what I wanted to say, because there's definitely something to be said about the sensibilities of the modern world, in the fact that there are sexual jokes they crack in this which are going to offend some people, and there's sexual jokes that they crack in this which some people are going to pretend to be offended by because it's the correct thing to do. But I, as always, I'm going to stand here on my little pedestal of privilege and say that this franchise kind of is the inception of what the Silver Screen Dudes are. You know, this was it's what made us discover our love of movies together. Part one. And it's got such a special place in my heart. It is the weakest of the first three movies, I would say, for sure. But especially as a perfect bookend, even though I like Reunion, as a perfect bookend to these boys becoming men, I adore this movie. So it has to be seen. I encourage everyone to see it. Even if you may get offended by it, just stop looking at it through a 2023 lens and look at it with a bit of joy and comedy in your heart. AJ, it doesn't just get 1 thumbs up. It doesn't just get 2 thumbs up. It gets GOAT status. This movie is...
I like that. I like
this
that.
is GOAT status.
Yeah.
And AJ, 30 years old, sadly, I haven't seen, and I really hope you have, because it's a really... Sorry. It's a really big movie. Like, it's huge, and I haven't seen it, so I'm hoping you have. 30 years old this week, AJ. Shame that I haven't seen it, given how old it is. No excuse. The Fugitive.
I wish.
Are we in trouble?
I wish.
We've done it. We're picking up a big movie which neither of us have seen. Damn it.
I wish.
I should have blagged it.
I'm aware it's a classic. I know that it's
I bet you've seen US Marshals, though, haven't you?
Only part of it as well. I'm not going to lie. Both of them were a bit sketchy to me. I'm just aware of, like, it's Richard Kimball. I know so much of this film. Harrison Ford plays Richard Kimball, running from Tommy Lee Jones, the cop, just to prove his innocence. He didn't murder his wife. He jumps off of the dam. But that's as damn much as I know about the film. I really wish I could. And it's always been on my list. I've just never got around to seeing it. Yeah, I wish.
So, I'm in exactly the same boat. I know that this film is legend status. I know that this is an awesome Harrison Ford movie. I know that this is a fantastic thriller from the early 90s. And I know it must be seen. Well,
here we go.
I want to know what you guys thought.
On that basis, though, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, because as much as we haven't seen it, we're both really desperate to see it. So it means it's part of cinema history. Some cinephiles would even say you need to watch it. So hence, with that, I will give it a 1 thumbs up. I'm not going to give it 2 because it may not meet expectation. However, hey, The Godfather was average when I first watched it. However, I'll give it 1 thumbs up because even though we haven't seen it, we're both dying to see it. So that must be qualified of must see.
I won't give it a rating. I'll just say it should be seen by everyone, including us.
There we go.
And that, guys, brings us to the end of another episode of Silver Screen News with us, the Silver Screen Dudes. As always, if you are new to the channel and if you've stuck with us through the 58 minutes that we've just given you, thank you so much for that. Remember, we are available in snippet form on Instagram and TikTok if you want to catch us in bite-sized format. And if you're working out or in the car on the way to work and you can't watch the video, we are also available in audio format. You can download this podcast on Spotify. Just search just search for Movie Mount Rushmore, and we will be listed as part of the releases there. But that is all for this week, guys. So that's all from me. Goodbye. I'm Nicola.
I'm the one, AJ Anthony Jordan.
And we will see you guys next week on Wednesday. Check out my Turtles review right here on the Silver Screen Dudes. See you next week, guys.